Hi, my name is Dan and I'm going to teach you how to make an African plassas. And today we are going to be using punki. You can also use pumpkin, but to cheat in North America it's just as easy to use a frozen winter squash. I'll show you the ingredients we're going to use today. Winter squash, I'm going to use 2 onions, water. I won't be using this much, but I like to have it nearby. I'll use 2 bouillon cubes, also known as maggi. Palm oil. This is palm oil from West Africa. This is groundnut paste, otherwise known as peanut butter. I'll be using a hot pepper. This is a hot pepper from Sierra Leone, and it's ground, but a cayenne pepper will do. And I'm also going to use beans, and these are white beans, that lima beans that I've already cooked. I'll be cooking this in a cast iron pot. I'll start with the winter squash. I'm going to put this on a medium heat with just a slight amount of water and let it go ahead and melt. Next I'll add the onions. This is 1 onion, rough chop. Now I'm going to add some palm oil. Palm oil is usually a liquid in a warmer climate. In a colder climate, it's thicker. I'll probably put about 1/3 of a cup, maybe a little more. You can find this if you can find an African shop. Palm oil is imported from Asia and also from West Africa. Large amount of vitamin A. Very good for you. That should do it. Let that cook in. Going to add a little bit of the pepper. One of the things about the pepper is you can add less and people can add more later. I'm going to turn down the heat a little bit, bring it down to medium. I'm going to add 2 cubes of crushed bouillon. They'll dissolve more. And I've taken some of the peanut butter, and this is about 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, mixed with a little water just to loosen it up. Okay, again, I'm going to keep this turned down if it starts to bubble too much. I'm going to give it a little bit of taste. Need some salt. Sprinkle lightly. It's better to salt earlier on a recipe than later. You salt earlier, it takes less. And now everything's in except for the white beans, and I'm also going to add some fish later, but I've got it on low. And I'll cover it, and I'm going to let it simmer here for about 15 minutes. Okay, let's take a look. It's been simmering now on a very low heat for about 15 minutes. I'm going to add these are cooked lima beans, and you can see they're soft. Just the beans. Now you can add chicken, beef, cooked preferably at this stage. But what I'm going to add is canned salmon. And what I like is to use a canned salmon that's from Alaska. And that way you know it's actually real salmon that hasn't been farmed. And you put the bones and all. And the reason you want the bones is that that's a lot of calcium, and they're completely edible. You can see here the bones here. They dissolve. So, in goes the salmon. And all I'm going to do now is gently mix it. You want to leave some of the fish whole, but I'm just gently mixing it, and this will bring the salmon up to temperature. I'll cover it again for 5 minutes, and I'll be ready to serve. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and plate it up, and I'm going to be using, this is called a rough rice from Sierra Leone. Any kind of a rice that still has some of the bran left on it is better off, a lot more flavor. If you notice, this is red. This has an amazing flavor. Okay, so there's the rice.
Good.